What's up guys, it's TheHairyGamer with yet another cooking video. You can see right here I have a cup of almond butter. In this bowl I've got half a cup of the cacao and 2 cups of sweet potato which has been mashed. We're going to add the almond butter. We're making brownies, by the way, believe it or not. So we're going to add the almond butter. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to give this one hell of a mix, try and get everything mixed in together. So this is not only vegan chocolate brownies, but also gluten-free and something else. Flourless. So there's that as well.
Cool.
You'll have to forgive me for pausing. Karen's trying to do 2 things at once. Just get the last of the nut butter. You don't have to use almond butter. You can use any you like. The recipe I'm using suggests almond butter, so that's why I am using that. I managed to get a hold of natural almond butter that is vegan. A lot of the almond butters, in particular Kraft, I'll name the brand, I don't care, has milk solids. So we can't use that if we're trying to keep it vegan. But this is a natural one, which the jar's somewhere else in the house, because of course it is. That's really nice. So the jar's somewhere else in the house. But it is 100% almonds. So much so that if you're allergic to peanuts, which I mentioned in a video filmed a little earlier but won't be out yet, so in a future video I've mentioned that our niece is actually... Ha! That's hot!
Are you okay?
Yeah, she's allergic to peanuts. And this almond butter that I'm using was actually made in a plant that doesn't process peanuts at all. So there is no risk if that's one of the things you're worried about. I can understand some people do worry about things processed in the same plant, but just to reassure you, there are some where you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to mix this, and I'll show you what it looks like when it has all been mixed. So this is the brownie batter, you can see there. This looks absolutely amazing. You could again, another thing you could just eat as it is, but alas, it has to go into the oven. So we're going to put it into the pan. So we're going to put this into a preheated oven. You can see it there. I suggest if you make this at home, use your hands to pat it down. It doesn't seem to stick to your hands, but it'll stick to spoons and forks. So a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes, and then we've got to let it cool completely before we do the icing. That's right, there's icing. Okay, so as you can see from the fact that I'm stirring and have brownies in front of me, we've come to the icing part of the brownies. Now this is very simple. The recipe calls for 500 grams of chocolate. We're using dark chocolate and don't want it to be too bitter. So I've gone with just 400 grams of vegan dark chocolate, in fact. Most dark chocolate is vegan, but not all, so make sure you do check. And 250 mils of coconut cream. Coconut milk, sorry, I apologize, coconut milk. Now, you mix this, you put it in I've used the microwave, I'm a bit lazy. Been cooking all day, I'm sure you guys can understand. It is very tiring. I think it was in for a total of 2 minutes until the chocolate got nice and soft. The coconut milk got nice and warm. And I've just been stirring it with a fork, and you can see what happens. You get this lovely glossy looking mixture right here. Listen to that. So I'm just going to make sure it's going to be hot, but I just want to feel... Oh, it's smooth. I want to see how smooth it was. So with that being said, you can see as I've got the pan in front of me, still in the pan, still with the paper, we're literally just going to pour this on top. And this will go in the fridge to set, and because it's coconut milk, it will set very similar texture to the cheesecake. It's looking a little lumpy, that's just the light. Look at all of this. This is going to be amazing. The kids are going to love this. Let's be honest. Again, I don't care about the little kids. I do just mean the adult kids are going to love this. And you get out as much, absolutely as much as you can, because, oh my god, you do not want to waste any of this mix. I'm sure we can find a willing home for the rest that I can't quite get out of the bowl. Any volunteers?
I can help you out with that.
There we go. So we'll put that all on top. Then we're just going to smooth it out a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It will naturally fall into the shape of the brownies because of the way it's gone. But we will put it all the way up to the paper line. Again, if a little bit sticks, that's not going to be the end of the world for tomorrow. Again, I'm sure I can find a volunteer tomorrow to help clean the... Whoa. Almost over the border there. Let's put a bit more in this corner. And we just sort of... You can see it's about 60%, 40% from brownie to icing when all is said and done. In terms of height, just take a little bit away from there just to make sure it doesn't leak over the sides. And this again will set nice and firm. Very similar texture to the cheesecake on top because of the coconut milk. There that is. She's going to have to find me for that one, I think. But that is it for me for today. That's the last recipe. It won't be the last video that goes up. There'll be more in the coming weeks. Don't worry about that. But that is it for me, not only for today, but for tonight. I'm done cooking. I need a nice stiff drink, I think, after all this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment in the comment section down below about anything you would like me to cook in the coming weeks. As well as that, in the description there is of course links to all my social media, as well as the store if you need t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, mugs, pretty much anything. As well as that, my Patreon. I've got a Patreon account you can look at there, as well as my ebook. There's a link to my ebook available now on Amazon. That's it from me, guys. I'm going to go collapse, but I'll catch up with you soon.